Okay, come over here and we'll do a video.
I'll start with you.
So good morning.
Good morning.
So we're here at the crack of dawn. Get up at 4 o'clock. It's now almost 6:30, and we're going to be going up on a balloon.
Getting ready.
Yeah.
Signing waivers, watching the balloon get filled. It's going to be exciting.
Yeah, and we'll be doing the filming of the filling of the balloon and getting in the basket and going up for our sunrise. So it looks like it's going to be fun.
Can't wait to share.
So the first thing we do is we unload all of the equipment, starting with the envelope and then the basket. The envelope is the balloon part of the balloon. We stretch out the fabric and hook up the envelope to the basket.
It's a big balloon though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 275,000 cubic feet.
Wow. Anyway, we're looking forward to the trip, and we'll get back to you afterwards.
Good morning.
Well, say good morning. How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
I'm a very, very big balloon and called a hot air balloon. I don't leave you to just watch me fly.
You do want to make sure you get the right hooks in the right places, okay?
Okay, well, just for you today.
Huh? Just for us?
Just for you today.
There's no such thing as bad publicity in showbiz, Don.
That's
I understand
right.
that.
You know, WC Fields said, I don't care what they say about me as long as they spell my name right.
I don't care what they say about me as long as they spell my name right.
That's a good one. I like
You know what I was saying? Whatever you heard about me, it's all true.
it. A little bit.
All right, stretch that bag out.
I have a burner to heat the air, an envelope to hold the hot white air. In a basket that's for you to stand.
That's one big balloon.
is that what you did? I figured somebody...
I'm a very, very big balloon. I'm called a hot air balloon. I don't leave you to just watch me fly, but take you with me to the open sky. I come in many shapes, but I'm mostly round. I cannot fly when the rain pours down. I'm at my best when the wind is light and when the day is clear and bright. I have a burner.
Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words,
Underneath that you know of?
Oh, no, everything way super dormant.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Glad to hear that. I'm seeing Mother Nature's art. Beautiful palette with the fog and the mountains over there.
Where's that? Behind it?
Yep, behind us in that direction with the sun coming up. Just gorgeous. And over in that direction, beautiful halo of clouds over mountains. And I guess at one time that was a volcano. And then in the opposite direction behind Richard are volcanoes that are very dormant, the pilot informs me. And there are other balloons taking off behind us as well. And I'm probably way in the sky enjoying all of this beauty. So how are you liking it way up here,
No,
Richard?
it's good. It's I describe it as being in a helicopter without the noise.
Thank goodness, because I don't like machinery.
It's like Superman flight.
Are the dogs barking at the balloons?
Yep. They can hear him. They can hear him. It's a real shrill pitch sound to them, and they don't like it.
Ah, really? Wow.
Why don't you fill my heart with song? Let me sing forevermore. Because you are all I long for, all I worship and do adore.
Not many pools have
In like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my heart with song. Let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and do adore. In other words, please be true.
I love it. The kids
In
are
other
waving at it.
I
It's like an encore.
love you. Why don't you fill my heart with song? Let me sing forevermore. Because you are all I long for, all I worship and do adore. In other words, please be true. In other words,
Roadrunner.
So cool. Really? Wow.
in other words,
Glide path.
Oh, that's a dip.
I love
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
This right
you.
here. It's gonna tip. Get ready.
Here we come. Watch out. You take the pole.
All right. Stay down.
There we go.
We're done.
Hey guys.
That's because the pilot compartment isn't in the center. That's why mine is the way it is. Give you guys an idea. This one pulls the parachute from the side. See how it pulls it down from the side so that all the air can rush out. It allows heat to come out. These are the turning vents. That's what was causing us to rotate. If you look up, you can see if I just pull one, it opens one side. That one opens the other side. All right, now this one, this is the we're done flying one. It pulls the parachute into the center. So you guys got your cameras out? Everybody's ready? Yeah, I just put that there. So as these lines come down, just make sure you don't get wrapped up in them. There it goes. There it goes.
And it folds itself.
Almost.
How do you clean this thing when it gets dirty?
You don't.
No.
It's just dirty.
Can't we power wash it or anything?
Yeah.
Go roll it around in some grass.
Yeah, roll it in wet grass.
You don't fly in the rain or anything like that?
Oh no. Have to clean it off though. Go ahead and let it up, Valentine!
Just leave
Roll it
it.
over. Roll it over.
Roll it over that way. There's the...
Shove it down over there.
Oh yeah, great. I just dropped them all in there. New here. That's her story. So the year was 1783. There were a couple of brothers by the name of Montgolfier. They were paper makers for the King of France. Now nobody knows how they came up with the idea of putting hot air in a bag. They think maybe the wife walked by the fire, sort of lifted up her skirt. Or the more boring option, right? They threw a bag into the fire and watched it rise up. Either way, they took this information back to the king. They said, "Your Majesty, I think if we build a bag big enough, we'll be able to fly." He says, "That's a great idea, boys, but we don't know if we can breathe off the ground, as we've never been there before." So the king says, "Take a rooster, a duck, and a sheep." Now the science behind that is the rooster flies, but it doesn't get that high. The sheep's terrestrial like us, so if it lives, we should live. The duck flies clear up at altitude, so is the control subject in their mind. It should live no matter what. Now we know today that we were flying above the ducks, but they didn't know that at that point in time. So anyway, they took these critters, they put them in a cage, they hooked this cage to a bag, they filled the bag up with thick black smoke, because they thought it was the smoke that created the lift. They didn't know it was the heat. And they cut it loose outside of Versailles, and it went up rapidly. And as nobody was putting more heat into it, it came back down rapidly. Well, the villagers had never seen a balloon before. All they knew is they saw this big, huge thing descending rapidly on their fields, billowing black smoke, making animal noises. They didn't know if it was an alien or a demon or a dragon or what it was. So naturally, they slayed the dragon. They ripped the balloon to ribbons. The Montgolfier brothers were flying on horseback. They saw the whole thing happen. They took that information back to the king. They said, you know, the animals live through the flight, not necessarily through the villagers. Let's build another bag and go. King says, take someone from the Bastille this time. They're on death row anyway, so they die in the act, no harm, no foul. Well, there was a member of the king's court that stood up and said, absolutely not. This is such an honor to be the very first man to fly that even if I die in the act, I know my name will go down in the history books forever as the very first man to ascend into the heavens. Well, his name was Jean-Francois Plâtrier de Rosier. Now,
What was his name?
Jean-Francois Plâtrier de Rosier.
well, if you notice, Plâtrier sounds a lot like pilot. So he was, in fact, the first man to fly, and we call pilots pilot to this day in his honor. So he and the Marquis d'Orléans launched outside Versailles, actually in Annonay, France. This time it was a really big to-do, right? Big bright blue silk balloon, paper line for prosody, gold leafing with the zodiac pennants, all the bells and whistles. You know how the French are, right? They just went all out, spared no expense. Anyone who is anyone was there. Marie Antoinette was there. Benjamin Franklin was there. But you know who wasn't there? The peasants weren't invited. And we didn't have cell phones going off in our pockets letting us know there's a balloon flying over. So, you know, Pilatre was kind of concerned about meeting the same demise as the critters that flew before him. He goes to the king and he's like, what do I do? How do I prevent these villagers from ripping me to ribbons? The king says, take a bottle of champagne from my cellar. Everybody knows champagne is from France. You'll be protected by the king's crest that's stamped on the side of the bottle. You can dangle it down beneath the basket as you come into land. They'll see the champagne. They'll want to drink the champagne. And so they'll help you pack up your balloon. You'll live to fly again. So that's why we have champagne and ballooning. It's sort of a tip of the hat to the former aviators. They've been doing it like this for over 200 years. Who am I to argue with tradition, right?
Well, I'm here with Brittany, the founder of Fly Albuquerque. And so, wow, what a trip. I'm telling you, I've done a couple of balloon rides, but this was probably the best.
Oh, great. That's awesome. Thank
So we had a beautiful sunrise. We had some wonderful clouds over the mountains. And how was it from your perspective?
Oh, it was absolutely phenomenal. My favorite part was how much clouds were up there. Like it in front of the mountains, how the layers of clouds were just hanging there. We don't get a lot of clouds in New Mexico, so when you get cool cloud coverage like that, it's really exciting.
How long have you been doing this?
About 5 years.
5 years. And 5 years, and you're just as excited today as you were 5 years ago.
I think I'm actually more excited now, honestly.
Brittany and Patrick, her mister, as she calls him, and he runs the operations and she runs the balloon. Yep. I guess that's the way it's called, right?
Yeah. I do the groundwork. She does the heavy lifting.
Yeah, and it's in his truck and trailer, and they chase us all over the countryside because you never know where Brittany's going to end up. Matter of fact, we did land. And she said, you know, it's such a beautiful day and I got enough fuel, let's go up again. Yep. So we got a twofer.
Yep.
It was a good one.
It was a good one, huh?
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
We got to show off to the kids at the elementary school. They really like that.
Oh, yeah.
Community involvement. So.
Yeah, we came down very low, and you'll either you saw that depending on the edit, or you'll see that in the video and the kids down below.
Yep, and you come see it yourself. It's a different experience when you're in the balloon.
We just had a great celebration. Everybody that was in the group, the pilot, Brittany, the crew, and all the guests, and we just had a wonderful time. Remember, Fly Albuquerque. Hashtag Fly Albuquerque. What's your website?
FlyAlbuquerque.com.
And I hope if you get to Albuquerque, you'll use them and enjoy it as we did.